With another short tutorial. This tutorial is going to be to teach you how to work into the starting chain. There are several ways to do it. Obviously there's the correct way, quote unquote. I say do the way that's easiest for you. Alright, so I guess the by the book way of working into the starting chain would be to start by going into the top two loops. So you're always going to skip the first one or more depending on what stitch you're working on. But so you're going to go through the top two loops. You always want to make sure your starting chain is loose, because this part could be pretty tricky. So there I have it through the top two loops. Yarn over, pull it through. I'm working a single crochet, but of course you could do this with any stitch. So again, top two loops, the front and the back. Working into the starting chain is never fun, doesn't matter how experienced you are. One more time, top two loops. As you can see, this is why you want to start off with a loose chain. Yarn over, pull it through both. Yarn over, pull it through the two loops on your hook. Alright, so then we have work into the easier way. Again, not the correct way, but it is easier. Is by working into the top loop and the back bump. Now the anatomy of a crochet stitch is you got the front loop, which is the strand that's closest to you out of the two that form the V up top. The back loop is the strand that's furthest away from you, and then the back bump is obviously the bump on the back. So the next stitch, you're going to go through both the top, the back loop and the back bump. This is much easier than the correct way, but obviously it's not the correct way, but this is actually the way I was doing it for a long time before I realized how to correctly do it. So again, back loop, back bump, and work your stitch. Then there is a even lazier way of doing it. Hey, I'm not knocking it. Heck, I do it myself, and that's by working through the back loop only. Actually, some stitches require you to do just that, or should I say some patterns. So going only through the back loop. See how much easier it gets? Oops, I'm losing it. Alright, and now the last way I want to teach you is my favorite way, which I ran out of stitches, so I'm going to pull that one off. And that's working through the back bump only, and the reason I like that one is because it leaves this nice edge on your starting chain. As you can see, it's sloppy with all the other stitches. With this one, it leaves that V on the at the end of your work. So it is exactly as it implies, which is work into the back door, the back bump. You're only working into the bumps on the back of your V's. Yes, you gotta fiddle with it sometimes. So as usual, you would work whatever stitch your pattern calls for, in this case single crochet. Back bump, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull through both loops on your hook. Ignore that, that's my alarm system. Alright, insert the back bump, yarn over, pull it through. And the reason I did more stitches of this is because I want to show you what it's gonna look like on both ends and why I love this way. Anything that cuts down on my finishing, I'm all for it. Alright. I wonder if you could see that, but see the V's right there? Not so much on the other stitches, but see, that's the bottom, and then that's the top. So you got V's on both your bottom and your top. Anyway, so that's the end of my tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed, please comment, share, subscribe, follow, show the love. My heart's not going to show up. There it is. Have a great day.